This is Expert Funda and you are watching on YouTube. So today we are going to see the string comparison 443 Leetcode questions, and this question is very important because this question has been asked in the FANG and almost every top product companies. Okay, that we will see in the later, right? So let's understand and read this question. The question is saying that given an array of character that is known as chars and compress it using the following algorithm, that is begin with an empty string s, right? And for each group of consecutive repetitive characters, so for each group of the consecutive repetitive characters in chars, right? And if the group length is 1, right, if the group length is 1, then we have to append the characters to s. Okay, then we have to append into character s. Otherwise append the character followed by the group's length, right? Otherwise append the characters followed by the group length. Okay, now it is saying that compressed string s and should not be returned separately. We have to compress the string s and should not be uh, returned separately, but instead of stored in a input character array chars, note that the group length that are 10 or longer will be split into multiple characters into in chars. So after you are done modifying the input array, what we have to do, we have to return new length of array. Okay, so after you done the modifying the input array, we have to return a new length of array. So you must write an algorithm that uses, you can say, constant extra space. Okay, so this question, like the first we have to make the observation that let's consider this group, right? This example, let's consider this example. So we have input chars, right? So in this input chars, we are passing we have what, we have a b b c c c. Okay, so as you can see, these three are one group, this is one group, and another two is another group. Okay, so what we have to do, we will return 6, right? First of all, why we will return this 6? Because the first six character, the first six character, right, these two and these two. Okay, and this is 3, right? This is 1. Okay, so saying that what we have, a is coming 2 time, b is coming 2 time, but c is coming 3 time. Okay, so you can say 0 1 2 3 4 5. So total how many characters we have? 6 characters we have, right? So for 6 characters we have to return what? 6 here. Okay, we have to return the length, you can say 6. So what it is saying that there is group, right? We have a we have bb we have, and triple c we have, right? And so if you will compress this one, it will become a2 b2 c3, right? So if we will consider example this one 2, in which we have cat in double code a, right? So we will return 1, right? And the first character of this input is what? There is only one element, right? So the group is 1, a, and the remaining uncompressed is a single character, correct? So it will return the same, only one value we have. So I think you understood. So, right. Okay, so characters is given out. So for each string, right, what we have to do, we will check the character if group length is greater than a, greater than 1, that we are seeing here. If greater than this one, wait 1 minute. So it is saying that if the group length is greater than 1, then we have to append into s, right? And otherwise append the character into the group length, correct? So that we have to do in each time. Next it is, we have what, we have another example 3, in which we are passing what, we have a, one time we have a, and b we have is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Okay, a 1 b 11. Okay, so it is look like this one. Okay, sorry, 12, we have 12, right? So that's why we are coming ab 12. So it will become ab 12. Okay, so the group will become like this. Let's go. Now you can think about the constant that we have to consider this one. So char length should be greater than equal to 1 and less than equal to 2000, right? And if we'll talk about caret I, so it is you can say uh, all will be in the English alphabet letter in the lowercase, right? And uppercase English letter, digits and symbol can be there. Okay, so this question has been asked in many times in the Google, right, as well as Microsoft, Facebook, right? So this question has been asked in Fang. Okay, now if we'll talk about the similar questions, right, that can be asked into the interview, that can be count and say, encode decode string, design compress string iterator, and decompress run length uh, encode list. Okay, so I'll suggest you should do practice before participating in the Frank interview. Okay, now you can think of how we can solve this problem. So you can solve using the two pointers and string way. So let's understand the implementation, how we have did this, right? So before that, what we can say, first of all, you have to consider two things. The first thing is you have to consider one uh, uh, observation, right? The first observation is that you have to consider a group T, you can say, of a consecutive repeating characters, and the length of the compressed T is less than equal to the length of T. Okay, for example, if we transform D into D, or CC into C2, and A4 into A4, and this into B12, right? Means we are representing like in a group like this. C is coming two times, so now it will become C2, right? And now B is coming one time, so B will remain same. But when A is coming, right, so we have to see the B length, right? And we can say B10 B are coming. Okay, and similarly we compress the array uh, into the respective value. Okay, so if we'll talk about the implementation, right, you have understood this one, that we are making into the group, right? So what I'm saying here is that we have we will take group length, right? So initially, if I is less than equal to chars dot length, right, so we will start from index 0 of the character string, right, character array, and we'll move to the next level. Okay, so let's suppose we have what we have C B A, like that we have into a character array, right? So these are our character array. If we'll start from here, so I is here and we'll go to the length, right? And this length is char dot length minus 1. Okay, so we'll go from here to here. So what we will do, first of all, we'll take one variable group length, will start from 1, and we'll check if the character is equal to this one, right? Then what we will do, we'll increment the group length, and if that is the case, right, what we will do, we'll increment the caret I, and we'll update our, you can say, the data, right? And we will update our we will update, we can update on here chars value. Now what we will do means, if it is coming this one value, so we will update this one and we'll make some value, right? So now next time it will become C2, like this we will do. Similarly, we'll check two char array, if group length is greater than 1, so we will update this one and will become C2, C2, and then B, right? And then similarly we'll update this time. Okay, and you will get our result finally, and will return our result. Okay, so here if we'll talk about the complexity, right, so we are using the complexity on, and time complexity is 0, because on why we are taking, we are going for all the characters of the array, right? If there is a, like this we will have some value. So if we will start from 0 to n element, so it will, we have to go with all the elements. And for the space complexity, we are not taking any extra spaces, that's why we are getting off 1. Okay, so that's all I have for today, and if you like this video, please hit subscribe, so that we'll get more videos like this.